side of the vehicle, driver entry area, items that are underneath the vehicle. We're going to be looking for, we're going to be inspecting one axle. You can do whichever one you want, whatever gives you a better view of your components under the axle. And then we'll do the back of the tractor. Okay, let's start over here. First item, lights and reflectors on the side of the vehicle are properly mounted, not damaged. They are proper color amber, clean, no moisture, no water inside. Mirrors are properly connected to the door, not damaged. There is no damage to the bracket. There's no damage to the back of the mirror, as well as there's no damage to the front of the mirror, and it should be clean at all time. No obstructions like stickers that shouldn't be there. Door is properly mounted, no visible damage. Handle is functional. And we're looking for a few more things in here. Rubber seal around the door is present. No abrasions, bruises or cuts. No missing parts of the seal. Hinges are properly mounted and secure. No damage to the hinges, and also no missing hardware. And we're going to take a look at the window as well to make sure the window is clean and free of damage. We're going to start with the steps on the side right here. Steps are properly mounted and secured to the frame in the back. There's no damage to the steps, no debris. We're looking for any kind of oil, grease. Since the fuel tank is here, we're also looking for any kind of diesel spills on the steps so we don't slip. And make sure all the hardware is present on the steps. Next thing is my fuel tank. It's properly mounted and secured to the frame. It's not bent, broken or cracked, and the mounting straps are present. And we're looking on the floor to make sure there are no leaks. Also need to open this cap and make sure there is a safety chain present, as well as a safety seal with no damage on it. And after you close the cap for the test, make sure there are no spills around. Back right here we got catwalk. It's properly mounted and secured to the frame, as well as the catwalk steps. No debris, no contaminants like oil or grease. All the hardware is present, and make sure that catwalk is not loose. Next item is my frame. It's properly mounted and secure, not bent, broken or cracked. No modifications like illegal weld or non-factory welding or holes into it. And the next item is drive shaft. Drive shaft is properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken or cracked. No non-factory welding to it. And we're also looking for U-joints on both ends to make sure they are properly greased, no missing hardware, and no foreign objects stuck in between them. Exhaust. It's properly mounted and secured to the frame. It's not bent, broken or cracked. No rust, no holes, and no leaks. And we're looking for black soot leak. It should be only on the top of the exhaust, nowhere else on the pipe. Okay, moving on to my axle. We're going to be looking for suspension parts, brake system, and your wheel. Let's start with our suspension. I'm going to pick the back axle right here since it's more visible than the front one. Suspension starts with spring mount. Make sure it's properly mounted and secured to the frame. It's not bent, broken or cracked. No non-factory welding. And all the hardware is present. We can also look for the rubber bushing, which is in between. Make sure it's not missing or damaged. Then we have leaf springs, properly mounted and secured, not bent, broken, or cracked. They're not missing, damaged, or loose. No scissoring. U-bolts are present. They're not damaged. They're properly seated on the saddle. And we're looking for those lug nuts under them to make sure those lug nuts are not missing, damaged, or loose. No shiny thread, that might be an indication of a loose nut. Next thing is my shock absorber. It's properly mounted on the top and bottom. It's not bent, broken, or cracked. Well, there is a little damage to this one, so we'll report this to the maintenance. And make sure the rubber bushing is present on the top and bottom. But most importantly, there